Hi, Video Fitness Coach friends. This is Anita Stone, and I haven't made a video for a while. I'm doing some cooking in my kitchen today. This is Saturday. Pardon my hair. I went to step class this morning, and I just thought I'd turn on my computer because I tell you all the time that when I am cooking in the kitchen, I'm not ever just cooking one thing. If I have one burner going, then I've got more than 2 or 3 or something in the oven, or multiple things cooking at the same time. And what you want to do is you want to cook enough so that you've got food for 2-3 days out, so that you don't have to be in the kitchen for an hour or 2 every day. And so when I make soup, for example, I have soup going in here, and I wanted to show you something about this soup on this video. So I'm making soup almost all the way to the top. Now this is chicken noodle soup today. Usually I'll make chicken and rice because the brown rice is a little bit more healthy than the noodles. But if you'll buy the egg noodles, I bought the, show you what I bought this time. The kids like these. I get different things all the time. These are the little twirly ones. You see those? And so they like these little twirly noodles. And these are called wide egg noodles on the front. And then if you look around on the back, you'll see that they do have protein, 8 grams of protein in a cup of these noodles. I think it's a cup dry. So that would be about 2 cups cooked. And you probably wouldn't eat that many noodles, but they do have some protein in them. They're not all carbs. And I also had a little bit of mushroom spaghetti sauce left over. So I put some noodles in my soup, and then I'm making a few noodles plain, and I'll just pour this spaghetti sauce over the top. And I had a zucchini squash and a yellow squash that needed to be eaten in the refrigerator. And so I chopped those up, and I used them in both these dishes. In the chicken noodle soup, I put most of the zucchini squash and most of the yellow squash. But I also put a little bit in the in the noodles for the spaghetti. And so we'll have some vegetables in there. And if you cut them up real small, hold on just a minute, my computer's doing something. Let me get rid of this window. If you cut it up just really tiny, your kids won't even know it's in there. I also had some baby carrots. And my kids will sometimes eat baby carrots, sometimes they won't. I usually buy the matchstick carrots, and because that's what I like on my salad. And my mom was here last week, and she bought some baby carrots. So we had a few left that need to be eaten. So I was going to chop them up and put them in my soup and put them in the spaghetti sauce. But nobody wants to chop up with a knife little baby carrots. It takes too long. So I got out my chopper, and the first thing I got out, and I hardly ever do this, so I kind of learned something new here. I have a magic bullet, which you see here, and I didn't even fill the cup full, and it just made carrot mush. And it didn't even pull, even though gravity is supposed to pull the food down and the blade's supposed to pull the food down, the baby carrots were still sitting on the top, and it didn't cut them up. The magic bullet is better for protein shakes and things like that. It's just not a chopper. Well, I have another chopper that I bought, and I'll show it to you. There goes a candy cane. And this is the Sylvania chopper. This chopper worked for the baby carrots. And in fact, I even filled this entire tub. I didn't just fill it halfway. I filled it all the way up, and the blade brought the carrots all the way down, and it did chop them really fine. It wasn't like, strips. But that's okay, because that's what I want in my spaghetti sauce. I don't want the kids to know that there are pieces of carrot in the spaghetti sauce. I want it pretty much just all cooked in. And so this chopper really worked well. And this is only $10. I think I got it at Walgreens. And so put all that in there. And if you want to see the soup, then the other thing I put in, a couple other things. Do you see the spinach in there? Now, when you put spinach in soup, you can get some leaves of spinach, and you can tear them apart, but it's usually still going to be, the pieces will be a little bit big. And if the pieces of spinach are too big, it kind of wraps around your spoon. It just doesn't work so well in soup. So what I do with spinach, and I hardly ever use a cutting board, but I do with spinach, I'll put it on just a little tiny little cutting board like this, and then just chop it crossways and then put it in your soup. And the soup base that I like the best is called Tones. I get this at Sam's. You can probably, maybe get it somewhere else. I don't know. The only place I found it is Sam's. And once you open it, it's a paste. See that? And once you open it, you have to put it in the refrigerator. And when I go to Sam's, usually go with my mom, I'll buy about 4 or 5 of these. And they'll last me almost a year. So you can keep it in your pantry until you open it, and then you have to put it in the refrigerator. That's my favorite one. You can get a chicken base at Walmart or any of the grocery stores, different brands. But they're usually tiny little jars, and they cost a little bit more. So I get the Tones. So I just wanted to show you this, and here's some ideas for you. Making some soup, making some spaghetti, keeping all the burners going, and saving a little bit of time that way. And a couple other things that you could put in the soup. You could do celery if you wanted to dice some. See, my chopper's already dirty, so I might as well take some celery sticks, which I do have in the refrigerator, and throw those in there. And put some celery, and you could also put that in your spaghetti sauce. So if you'll just start your spaghetti sauce early and let it cook for a little while and put those vegetables in there, your kids will not know they're in there. Now, if you're going to put the spaghetti sauce on the stove and you want to simmer it for a while, it may burn on the bottom. I don't like doing that. I would much rather just pull out the crock pot, and for a lot of years, I just left the crock pot on the countertop because I used it so often. Now, when this house that we're in right now, I don't have quite as much countertop space, so I've been putting it away. In the wintertime, usually, I have it out all the time. And so pull the crock pot out, leave it out, especially in the wintertime. You can put soups in there, you can do all kinds of things, chilies, and those hot foods that have lots of water will help you you'll want to eat them because it's wintertime, and then it'll help you keep your weight down because you're consuming more water. And you need the water anyway. Always need more water. And so I would pull a crock pot out, put my spaghetti sauce in there, and you can use canned spaghetti sauce, but you need to put some things with it. Cut up a couple of fresh tomatoes and put the vegetables in with it, and then just let it cook for several hours. And you don't have to worry about it burning. It's so easy. Then all you have to do is cook your spaghetti or your noodles, your whole wheat noodles, whatever you're going to put with it, and then just pour it on there. And you can make enough for 2 or 3 meals that way if you make a whole box of spaghetti. Well, I hope that helps you with your cooking today. Have a great weekend, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.